one of the main questions we get is what's included in your Cheese of the Month Club? How do we pick what we pick? And what makes us different from a few other things that are out there on the market? I've seen a few other cheese clubs and they seem to have the same selections throughout the year or year round, and they could switch that up. But our goal is, for the most part, to not replicate any experience. So maybe from 1 year to 2 years later, there might be a replicated cheese, but we work really hard to not do that and to spread the love. So we rotate between 3 different themes each month.
Yeah, our themes are Meet the Maker. It's a spotlight on one producer so we can tell their story a little deeper. And the tasting progression allows you to experience all of the flavors and moments they want you to have, whether that is moving from a fresh cheese into a soft ripened cheese or that really pungent blue cheese. The cheesemaker is intentionally creating these flavors for us, and we like to really share their story. And that way you can fall in love with the whole of the cheesemaker and maybe not just one of their products.
So whether it's Jasper Hill Farm in Vermont or Central Coast Creamery in California or an Affineur, Betty Coster in Holland at Fromagerie Lamouze, we will take you specifically to meet a maker or an Affineur or somebody who's involved in the process in a selection and tasting of their cheeses. All right, number 2.
Yeah, the second one is a taste of place. And so terroir, we think, really matters. And so getting an experience that overlays over either a region or a very specific place, or something like we've done in the past, coastal regions, something close to the oceans, create these unique flavor profiles. So we choose and select around a specific region. In the past, we've done Taste of Wisconsin, Taste of Old World, we did in
Taste of the Mediterranean. So we get really creative in how we put these regions together.
Taste above 400 meters and altitude, like those kinds of things.
Taste of the Alps. So yeah, we'll take you through, and that way you can do a comparison of horizontal versus vertical tastings of a specific region and see what that region is really producing, and are there similarities, what are they known for, and where are some unique differences. And then what's our third one?
Our third one is one of a kind. So this is a really fun experience because we get to choose from either a very specific style of cheese and just showcase different ways people are making it, or different attributes, focus on one attribute but in multiple cheeses. And so in the past, we've done all sheep's milk cheeses, or we've done vegetarian rennet cheeses.
We've got one coming up which is going to be pretty fun and unique. It's all cheeses made at co-ops. And so we'll talk about the history of cheese making at co-ops, which is actually one of the European staples of how cheese comes to be.
Also one-of-a-kind cheddars. If you wanted to try 5 cheddars all at once, this is the opportunity. And so every 3 months, you'll experience one of those. And then we typically, we don't always, but we aim to have 1 month with 5 cheeses, 1 month with 4 cheeses in a jar, and 1 month with 4 cheeses. And it gives us some variety. We try not to overwhelm with goats, just goat, lots of it. We try to blend cow, sheep, goat, water buffalo.
So that's a good point, is because we do receive sometimes questions on, can you customize? I don't want any goat's milk cheese. Well, our whole goal is that hopefully you fall in love with something new, but because there's always 4 to 5 cheeses, there's a little of something for everybody. And so while we can't customize it, because fortunately we have hundreds and hundreds of you guys out there, we love you, we appreciate you, and we specifically order in for that. If you really don't like a goat's milk cheese, then hey, that's something for your next door neighbor. But we think more often than not, unless there's just like a dietary restriction, we can make you fall in love with something new. But there will always be a mixture of cows, goats, sheep, water buffalo. And if not all in 1 month, because one maker might be all cow's milk, then know that the next month there will be more variety and it's coming down the pipeline.
So that's the structure of our Cheese of the Month Club. But the process is pretty remarkable. So Kendall and I are both certified cheese professionals. On our staff, our amazing team, we have 7 other certified cheese professionals.
That's a real thing.
So the work for Cheese of the Month Club for the year actually begins in the previous April, usually around 4 o'clock in the morning when I wake up and I say, oh, it's time to start thinking about Cheese of the Month Club. And so I start building the spreadsheets that over the course of 4 months, we as a team will agonize over, looking at selection, flow, flavor profiles, combinations of flavors, different mix and matches.
It's a huge jigsaw puzzle, quite frankly, because if one part changes, then we change everything for the year.
And because it's artisanal cheese, needing to know, this producer can't make enough in January. Maybe we need to move them to May. And well, in May, we can have some rain delays in trucking companies sometimes. Or in the summer, it's hot. We don't want to ship this little delicate baby. We might want to push that to November. And so it's a jigsaw.
Yeah, and stated another way, that means we don't publicize to you in advance what the themes are, because as we know with artisanal cheese, and we want to specialize in some small batch limited availability cheeses, as soon as we publish it, that definitely means it's not going to be available. Just to bite us, but that allows us to source some really unique stuff. If we were guaranteeing to you what would be available each month, it would mean that we were going with some bigger industrially produced cheeses that are always available and always on hand. So just know and trust us as your cheesemongers that our goal is to make you love it, that you fall in love with something new every time, and to keep you on your toes in a fun tasting experience that's both educational and just having a good time with your cheese. So we hope that entices you to follow up for Meet the Maker, One of a Kind, and Taste of Place, and to go on that journey with us. And we hope you like it so much that you'll want to sign up again. Thanks guys for joining our cheese club. We'll see you soon.
Bye y'all.